Have your motor functions received a critical error?
Nah, man, it's just doorbells. They always outsmart me.
Yeah? Who's there? Hello? If this is some kind of prank, I'm gonna come out there and beat your ass.
Yeah, I just swung by to tell you that you're an insufferable prick and nobody likes you.
There are going to be a lot of fans of Telltale Games' Tales from the Borderlands that'll be coming into this one with trepidation, holding the Borderlands narrative adventure in high regard. I get that, I do. After all, the story of Reese and Fiona was remarkable, with many believing it to be better than the developers' take on The Walking Dead and The Wolf Among Us. However, the team behind new Tales from the Borderlands are no strangers to telling stories from within the post-apocalyptic universe, and after playing through all 5 chapters, I can safely say there's plenty to love about this spiritual successor. While no prior knowledge of Tales of the Borderlands is needed, there are various characters throughout that are acknowledged and referenced. Gearbox has managed to build an entirely new story while paying homage to the past. The 3 main protagonists are incredibly written, with each one growing throughout, starting off as nobodies and becoming pivotal players in the war between Tediore, Atlas and beyond. Taking place on Promethea, the events of the game take place a year after Borderlands 3, and the effects of war are ever present as the planet's citizens try to adjust to life once again. Anu is a neurotic and self-doubting scientist who craves validation from her peers, while her brother Octavius is a naive yet optimistic wannabe entrepreneur who has always seen the bright side no matter what the situation. Then there's Fran, an often horny Frogut proprietor who has severe anger issues, famous for her chocolate dill pickle flavour that fans of Borderlands will have definitely heard of before. These 3 main characters uncover an iridium crystal that has significant healing properties with the potential to save countless lives. Unfortunately, their discovery leads to a minefield of dangers, backstabbing and world-threatening consequences. I thoroughly enjoyed the twists and turns of the story, but it was how well the interactions between the 3 characters were, along with Octavius's robot assassin friend, that pull you in and make you care deeply about them. With mocap acting also playing a huge role in bringing these characters to life, it serves new Tales from the Borderlands wonderfully, especially with Anu, whose anxiety-inducing outbursts play out through the way she moves and recoils uncomfortably whenever she gets nervous. Throughout the story, there are plenty of moments where each character shows vulnerability, yet their growth and ability to overcome their own insecurities is what makes the journey sweeter. One thing Borderlands is known for is its humour. I have to say here that the writing is excellent, and I lost count of the amount of times that it had me laughing. It never tries too hard to force its humour upon you, rather letting it wash over you when you least expect it. The cast of supporting characters are also a great tour de force for the 3 main stars to shine. Stapleface is a psycho who takes a shine to Anu, Brock is a sentient gun who really hates Octavius, and then there are the sisters that'll do anything to see Fran's Frogerts burn to the ground. It is silly, charming and everything in between, providing plenty of fantastic dialogue that even rivals the wonderful work Telltale did before. In terms of new Tales from the Borderlands' gamier moments, there's not a lot of taxing work for the player. You may have to scan objects with Anu's goggles to find a solution to progress, while Octavius uses his Echo Deck to check out the online profiles of other characters, or use it in the easiest hacking minigames known to man. There are other smart additions later on that expand on the generic gameplay segments with nods to other genres, but on the whole the focus is much more on making decisions and shaping the outcomes of the 3 characters. One thing I loved about my playthrough was the inclusion of Vaultlanders, a battle game that plays out with plasticine models of characters from throughout the Borderlands universe. I never lost a single game, but the way these battles unfold through bumping into a Vaultlanders-obsessed Tediore guard are brilliant. You can find new models throughout the game, and by beating the badass superfan, you'll earn new ones as well. You can choose to play Vaultlanders outside of the main game, but the fun is more in finding them and building your collection than actually taking part in a game. There are tons of chests in the world where you can find money to buy new outfits to change into through various quick change stations, as well as customising Fran's hoverchair, Anu's goggles and Octavius's Echo Deck. It's a neat addition but adds little to the overall experience. One thing that drove me mad in new Tales from the Borderlands is how sensitive it gets when you need to interact with an object or person to reveal conversations or interactions. I would be right next to a marker, but the option wouldn't open unless I was in an incredibly precise position. New Tales from the Borderlands features a wonderful story with some fantastic characters that don't take long to warm to at all. After a slow start to the story, things really get going towards the end of the second chapter, and by the third act sink or swim section, I was hooked. I fell in love with Anu in particular, but all the characters have been voiced superbly. The gamey bits aren't particularly engaging, but the way the story progresses without a massive reliance on vaults and more about the human condition resonated with me. By the time I reached the end, I didn't want it to finish, but after a cool nod in the dying moments, I think we might very well be seeing more from the series in the future. And so we're giving this one an 8 out of 10.
Super chill, calm.
Hey, Adam from GodIsAGeek.com here. Thanks for watching and listening to Chris White's video review of New Tales from the Borderlands. As a big fan of the original, we call it original? The previous one? As a big fan of the previous one, I'm very much looking to dig into this soon and have a look for myself. Otherwise, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you like and subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss another one. Leave a comment what your thoughts are on this being called New Tales from the Borderlands and if you're looking to play it. And go to our website, GodIsAGeek.com. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.